Good morning, America. Tracking a tropical storm, a daring armored truck robbery, and a jolt to your cup of joe. Tropical Storm Erin, on track to become the first major hurricane of the season. What it means for the weekend, plus flash flooding overnight. Water rescues in Tennessee, submerged vehicles on a major highway. Now, the hard-hit area bracing for more, and meltdown fears. The evacuations for Alaska's capital city.
Ginger also tracking the urgent rip current warnings. This heart-pounding jet ski rescue saving 5 people off the coast of New Jersey. One 31-year-old father did not survive. This morning, the East Coast beaches on high alert.
National Guard troops take to the streets of Washington, D.C. We have the latest on the federal takeover.
New details in the deadly Target shooting. The 3 victims killed, including a young employee, a grandfather, and his 4-year-old granddaughter. This morning, what police are now revealing about the suspect.
Daring daylight robbery. 2 armed suspects follow a Brinks truck driver, grabbing an estimated $800,000.
ABC News exclusive. The widows of hockey players Johnny and Matthew Gaudreau speaking together for the first time.
Everyone knows him as an amazing hockey player. I want him to be remembered as someone who was a really good father.
Their husbands hit and killed by an alleged drunk driver. This morning, how they're keeping memories alive.
Matt was super excited to be a dad.
Your morning cup of coffee getting a jolt, and what the new inflation numbers mean for your wallet.
You got that daydream look in your eye, and I got that red.
And first on GMA,
Tay, welcome to New Heights.
we have a Kelce Swift exclusive for you.
Making your podcasting debut, the most aggressive guest in the history of shows, Taylor Swift!
I think Jason's excited. Plus, we went into the GMA vault. Don't miss Taylor. More than 20 years ago, and as I said back in 2004, the little girl who was born to be a star. Taylor's talent never going out of style.
Live from ABC News headquarters in New York City, it's Wednesday. Good morning, America.
We do say Good Morning America, and speaking of royalty, also ahead, Regina King is here live in our studio.
So looking forward to that. She's been very busy these days. More on that ahead. Plus, we are tracking the staple budget airline that might shut down. We'll tell you what to do if you have a ticket.
But we're going to begin with the weather threats right now. Ginger's tracking a lot this morning, including dangerous heat for millions.
But first, Ginger, you're tracking Tropical Storm Erin threatening to become the first major hurricane of the season?
Yes, we've been watching this one for days, and now Tropical Storm Erin is about 1,400 miles east of the Virgin Islands. So it's still really far from the Caribbean, but in the next 36 to 48 hours, we should have our first hurricane way out in the Atlantic. As it turns to the north, it becomes a major hurricane. So passing north of Puerto Rico, we still think there could be high surf and rip current risks there. But as it hugs that Bermuda high, the closer it gets to Bermuda, the farther it is from the East Coast. We want that front to kind of squeeze it between and nobody gets hit. That would be ideal, but we're still more than a week away from that happening. So we'll be watching carefully. There is plenty of fuel out there, 4 to 5 degrees warmer than average in the waters that will go into. I can assure you that if you have plans on the East Coast next week, either way, even with the spaghetti models this far away, hundreds of miles from the coast, you'll see those waters churning and the rip current risks quite high. Let's talk about the heat then, the other big headlines. So from Reno, Nevada, where we've got heat advisories, to Las Vegas and Phoenix in extreme heat warnings, over to Monroe, Louisiana, Jacksonville, Florida, up to New Hampshire, like Manchester and even Burlington, there are heat advisories in place. So the heat will be a little above average and to the point where it can be dangerous if you're exposed for a long time in a place like Shreveport, where it'll feel like 110, or up to Caribou, where 95 is possible again today. And that's cumulative. They had a couple of days breaking records up in parts of New England. But speaking of breaking, we're going to break it apart with this front. And with it will come strong to even severe storms. So by this afternoon and tonight, even New York City here, getting those thunderstorms rolling through. We stopped the clock there at 7 p.m., Michael. So prepare for that.
Ooh, a lot of news there, a lot of weather there. We know you got us covered. Thank you, Ginger. We're going to turn now to the federal takeover of Washington, D.C.'s police force, with hundreds of National Guard troops arriving in the nation's capital. Chief Washington correspondent John Carl is at the White House. Good morning, John.
Good morning, Michael. A small contingent of National Guard troops has arrived in Washington, D.C., although their mission isn't exactly clear, and their initial deployment to an area more known for tourists than crime. This morning, dozens of National Guard troops will be on the streets of the nation's capital, part of President Trump's attempt to reel in crime in Washington, D.C., which he claims is spiraling out of control.
Good luck to you. Godspeed.
The first of 800 troops arriving in Hummers and dressed in combat camo posted along the National Mall Tuesday, with tourists and children strolling past.
This is a bit startling.
The Army says the National Guard troops will support local law enforcement and that some have been directed to maintain a presence at national monuments. But that's an area of the nation's capital where crime has been generally low. City officials say the troops will be unarmed, but an Army official said they will have access to their weapons just stored elsewhere nearby. The Guard deployment comes the day after President Trump declared a temporary federal takeover of the D.C. Police Department, a move D.C.'s mayor called an authoritarian push and an intrusion of the district's autonomy. Attorney General Pam Bondi, who President Trump says is now in charge of the D.C. Metropolitan Police Department, met with Mayor Muriel Bowser.
What I'm focused on is the federal surge and how to make the most of the additional officer support that we have.
Crime in the district has been trending downward. Violent crime down 26% from last year, and the homicide rate down 11%. President Trump is also vowing to clean up the Capitol and get homeless people off the streets.
Homeless individuals will be given the option to leave their encampment, to be taken to a homeless shelter, to be offered addiction or mental health services, and if they refuse, they will be susceptible to fines or to jail time. President Trump's decision to take over the Washington, D.C. Police Department is unprecedented. It is also limited. Under federal law, he can only do it for 30 days unless Congress authorizes a longer term. As for that National Guard deployment, there is no such limitation on the length of time for that. Whit?
All right, John Carl for us. Thank you. Now to new details on the high-stakes summit between President Trump and Vladimir Putin in Alaska on Friday. And this morning, we're learning the president will meet virtually today with Ukraine's President Zelensky and European allies. Chief Global Affairs anchor Martha Raddatz is in Washington with the latest. Martha, good morning.
Good morning, Whit. Vladimir Putin says he wants peace in Ukraine, but this morning he is clearly trying to get an advantage on the battlefield as he heads into Friday's historic meeting.
This morning, a bold new Russian offensive. This video circulating online showing an explosion and plumes of smoke as Russia advances into a Ukrainian stronghold in the east. This comes as officials confirm that today Ukrainian President Zelensky and European allies will meet virtually with President Trump and Vice President Vance, 2 days before Trump's face-to-face meeting with Vladimir Putin in Alaska, which the White House is now calling simply a listening exercise.
The president is agreeing to this meeting at the request of President Putin. And the goal of this meeting for the president is to walk away with a better understanding of how we can end this war.
Trump himself downplaying expectations as well.
I think it'll be good, but it might be bad. Probably in the first 2 minutes, I'll know exactly whether or not a deal can be made.
Trump had wanted a trilateral meeting that included Zelensky, but Putin rejected that.
Putin doesn't want Zelensky around that table because that would reveal that he actually doesn't want to negotiate. And he just wants to have a picture with President Trump and also postpone sanctions.
Photo ops are not always successful. In the president's first term, his Hanoi summit with North Korea's Kim Jong-un ended abruptly with no progress in stopping Kim's nuclear programs. And for this upcoming meeting with Putin, even if there is progress, the president suggests any path to peace will require Ukraine to give up territory, something President Zelensky has flatly said will not happen without security guarantees.
And Zelensky saying this morning that there is no sign that the Russians are preparing to end the war, and all countries that want peace should force Russia to make peace. Robin?
We'll see what happens there. All right, Martha, our thanks to you. Now, new details on the shooting that left 3 people dead outside a Target store in Austin, Texas. This morning, we're learning more about the victims as police have now identified the suspect and where he may have gotten the gun. Trevor Alt has those details for us. Good morning, Trevor.
Good morning, Robin. And authorities have now laid out a full timeline of this terrifying incident. They say it had multiple carjackings, multiple car crashes, and of course, multiple murders, including a 4-year-old girl and her grandfather. This morning, new details on the Austin Target store rampage that left 3 dead.
It was an unprovoked and deliberate attack, a deliberate act of violence.
32-year-old Ethan Neinecker is now facing 3 murder charges. Police say the shooting started Monday afternoon in the parking lot. 24-year-old Target employee Hector Machuca was collecting shopping carts when he was gunned down. And 65-year-old Adam Chow and his 4-year-old granddaughter Astrid were also shot and killed. Chow's wife was shot as well, but survived.
It was a completely random choosing of the victims.
The suspect then allegedly stole the Chow's car and several others, crashing them, including this white Volkswagen. Captured on another vehicle's camera speeding down the street damaged. And authorities say he was eventually spotted naked in a residential backyard. Police using a taser to finally take him down. Officials saying he has a lengthy history of violent crime and mental health issues.
There were some serious failures here on behalf of, many when you're looking at potentially some mental illness there.
And this morning, the Chow family now remembering Adam as the heart and steady backbone of our family and Astrid as pure silliness and joy. And because of this suspect's criminal history, it would have been illegal for him to buy a gun, but police say he got the weapon he used from a family member. It's not clear if that family member will also face charges. Whit.
Just a tragic story. Trevor Alt for us. Thank you. Now to the urgent search for 2 gunmen who robbed a Brinks armored truck near Philadelphia, getting away with hundreds of thousands of dollars. Janae Norman joins us now. Janae, this is just the latest in a series of these armored truck heists. Good morning.
Good morning, Whit. Yeah, and the crime itself is concerning enough. These 2 gunmen in the middle of the day in a busy parking lot right after the Brinks truck driver, who was also armed, made a delivery, stealing all of that money and getting away.
This morning, dramatic surveillance video capturing 2 armed thieves robbing an armored truck in Pennsylvania, making away with hundreds of thousands of dollars in cash.
Kodiak Road, H Mart. Brinks truck was robbed.
The robbery unfolding around 10:30 in the morning Tuesday. You see the driver of that truck walking in with a bag full of money. Then 2 masked men in hoodies rush in. It appears one armed with an AR-15 style weapon, the other with a handgun. Moments later, the men run out with that bag full of cash. Authorities say it had up to $800,000 in it.
The suspects approached, committed the robbery, and fled, all in a course of 15 to 20 seconds.
The driver telling police the suspects forced her to hand over her weapon before taking the cash, then fled the scene in a black Acura TLX. Authorities finding that getaway vehicle a short time later, but no signs of the suspects. Police say they believe the suspects are tied to other robberies in the area. Back in June, 2 armed thieves robbing a Brinks truck at this Home Depot, getting away with $1.5 million in cash.
The way the robbery was committed was very similar to the other robberies that we're aware of. We can't say 100% at this point, at this early investigation, that they're definitely related. However, the initial preliminary evidence supports that idea.
So again, no shots were fired, no one was injured, but police officials say that this now makes 4 or 5 incidents that they think could be connected. Those suspects still on the run, guys.
All right, thank you for that. We're going to turn now to your morning cup of coffee costing more money. The latest inflation report highlighting a double-digit rise in the price of coffee. Our chief economics correspondent, Rebecca Jarvis, joins us now with more. Good morning, Rebecca.
Good morning, Michael. Yes, let me break down these numbers for you. Inflation overall up 2.7%. The big reason there, not coffee, but shelter prices. The cost of housing still remains higher than a year ago and significantly higher, as well as medical costs, used car and truck prices, and airfares. But then you come to this coffee question. Prices up 14.5% from a year ago. Ground beef prices, incidentally, also up double digits from a year ago. And those coffee prices, according to analysts, are set to continue to climb because of that new 50% tariff that just took effect on Brazil last week. That continues to drive those prices higher. But there is some good news in the report. Energy prices, gasoline prices down pretty significantly from a year ago as well, Michael.
Now, Rebecca, what does this mean for interest rates?
Yeah, you put this whole picture together, and it's very likely that the Federal Reserve will lower interest rates next month in September when it meets again. What that means is that mortgage rates are continuing to drop. If you're looking for a house, you've started to see some of this. Mortgage rates now, the 30-year average fixed rate mortgage, 6.58%. That is significantly better than just a month ago. And very small changes in mortgage rates can dramatically impact the price you pay on that monthly mortgage. Michael?
All right, Rebecca, thank you so much. Robin?
Okay, now another heist involving the hot item of the summer. Lara's tracking the Labubu burglars. Lara, $30,000 worth of these dolls.
That's a lot of Labubus.
Yes.
Yeah, the Chino, California Police Department just made what you might call a Labu bust, recovering over $30,000 worth of highly sought after Labubu dolls. 14 boxes of Labubus were recovered. Authorities say they were stolen from a California warehouse where both suspects worked. Sorry, guys. They were actively planning to sell, according to some of the evidence that they recovered. This bust comes on the heels of another in the LA area where thieves ransacked a store, taking thousands of dollars worth of the dolls. But the suspect's truck, in that case, was caught on the store's surveillance camera. I hate when that happens. The toothy little monsters have been around since 2015, but have suddenly seen a huge surge in popularity this year, apparently with both consumers and criminals alike.
Don't do it, Michael. Don't do it. Don't do it.
We were sitting here, and I saw Robin on her phone, and she was looking this up because she was wondering if that was a Labubu.
That is not a Labubu.
Is that a Labubu?
But it's very cute.
That's very cute. It's in my little. But you know what?
Labubu is
That's not even a Lafufu.
Well,
That doesn't look anything like.
It's special to me because Dr. Narula's daughter gave it to me to add to my collection. So how do you feel? It's even better than a Labubu.
Yeah.
I feel great because I knew it wasn't a Labubu. But
it's just fun saying Labubu.
I couldn't help it. It has no teeth. Come on.
You're one to talk about teeth.
I know.
You come at me, or I'll come back at you.
Okay.
Good morning.
All right. Let's breathe because we have a hard turn here.
We do.
Yes, Will Reeve. He's here with his exclusive interview with the widows of hockey stars Johnny and Matthew Gaudreau speaking together for the first time. Hey, Will.
Hey there, Michael. Meredith and Madeline Gaudreau told me that they're determined to keep their husband's spirits alive for their kids, especially for those babies born after their fathers died. I'll bring you our powerful conversation in just a bit.
Thank you for that, Will. And new at 7:30, beachgoers on alert for a great white shark off the coast of a popular East Coast beach. We're going to tell you what authorities are saying.
And we have a first look at Taylor Swift's appearance on Travis Kelce's podcast, New Heights.
Coming up, we got day 2 of our series, CEO of Your Health. This morning it's about advocacy. Dr. Narula is back to help you feel empowered.
I love their passion for what they do. And we're going to hold on to that videotape because you never know. They could be the superstars of tomorrow, and we can say we knew them when.
I'll keep writing songs about you.
The year was 2004. Taylor had just moved to Nashville. GMA was there from the very beginning. And now this morning, we have an exclusive first look at Taylor on New Heights with the Kelces ahead of her highly anticipated new album. And she never forgot that we were there first, that we didn't jump on the bandwagon. And she's always been very gracious to us ever since.
You said we were going to hold on to the tape.
Yeah,
we sure did.
We did.
More on that coming up. First, though, new at 7:30 this morning. Take a look at this drone video here. Reports of a large great white shark off the coast of one of Maine's most popular beaches. Police say the shark could be up to 12 feet long. Also, the name so many think of when it comes to taking old school pictures may shut down. Kodak, in a regulatory filing, the company said it would have difficulty meeting its upcoming debt obligations, raising substantial doubt about its ability to continue. The Rochester, New York-based company started more than 130 years ago.
And this morning, we're remembering TV actress Danielle Spencer, who passed away Monday. Spencer is best known for playing Dee Thomas, the precocious younger sister on the 1970s sitcom What's Happening?
Yeah, I love your dress. Mm-hmm. Your hair looks pretty too today.
If it's money you want, you can forget it.
I absolutely love that show. Oh, man. Danielle Spencer reprising a role in the series reboot 10 years later. Her brother Jeremy posting a tribute on social media, writing in part, quote, "After many years, My big sister, Dr. Danielle Louise Spencer, lost her battle with cancer. She was more than a child actress. She was a friend and auntie to my 3 children who adored her. She was a daughter and in many ways my mother's best friend.
Wow.
Spencer went on to become a veterinarian when she was 60. She was 60 years old, too young. Yeah. And wow, what an impact she had.
The memories we have. Yeah.
Incredible memories. We're going to turn now to our exclusive interview with the widows of Matthew and Johnny Gaudreau, the hockey player brothers who were killed by an alleged drunk driver nearly 1 year ago. They sat down with our Will Reeve, and Will, I know this is a story that's been heavy on your heart, my friend.
Absolutely. Good morning, Michael. Grief in all of its permanence can be insidious, indiscriminate, seemingly unbearable, but grief can also provide perspective and purpose. That's what Meredith and Madeline Gaudreau have found amid their incomprehensible pain. They have their kids, they have each other, and they have a mission to help people in the spirit and the name of their late husbands.
Half of me, the best part of me, died that day too. So I'm just trying to be double now for my kids, even though I'm half of who I was.
Almost a year after their husbands' tragic deaths, and for the first time together, Meredith and Madeline Gaudreau are sitting down to share their story.
It's just unfair that John's not here.
How do you want people to remember him?
He was, everyone knows him as an amazing hockey player. I want him to be remembered as someone who was a really good father.
How do you want Maddie to be remembered?
He was just a pure, happy, good soul. Fearless. He made me a better person.
On August 29th of last year, hockey players Johnny and Matthew Gaudreau were biking home from a round of golf in southern New Jersey on the eve of their sister's wedding. They were struck and killed by an alleged drunk driver. 31-year-old Johnny had spent his summer with Meredith and their 2 young children, Noah and Johnny Jr. At the funeral, Meredith revealing they were expecting a 3rd child.
His reaction was just immediately kissing me and hugging me.
Carter Michael Gaudreau was born on April 1st.
Our baby Carter looks exactly like him, and he's the happiest 4-month-old I've ever seen. He just doesn't stop smiling, and I think it's really special because, he's shining through in Carter, I think, a lot. I just can't imagine how happy John would be if he was here.
Matthew and Madeline were high school sweethearts. 4 months after Matthew died at age 29, Madeline gave birth to their first child, a son, Trip Matthew.
Trip's now hitting milestones, so that's heartbreaking because Matt was super excited to be a dad.
In the middle of their grief, Meredith and Madeline dreamed up the John and Matthew Gaudreau Foundation to support youth hockey initiatives and hockey families that have suffered similar tragedies.
It was never lost on John and Maddie about how expensive it is to maintain hockey as a hobby, especially you have to start so young.
The Gaudreau brothers were hockey stars at Boston College, Johnny going on to become a 7-time All-Star in the NHL. Matthew retiring from professional hockey to coach youth hockey. Will your kids play hockey?
My father-in-law watches Trip during the day when I work, so he's like, his favorite toy is a hockey stick. I need to take him to the rink, but that's challenging. Just because I knew Matt was super excited to do that with Trip.
Do they understand, or are they too young?
My daughter's catching on. She's 2, and she asks for him a lot, but she says Daddy's in heaven, and I'm starting to explain to her what heaven is really, because she, wants to go to heaven, and she says, I want him to come back, or let's call him. She knows his birthday's coming up. I catch her singing happy birthday to him already.
Meredith and Madeline leaning on community and each other over the last year as they keep their husbands' memories alive.
I write every night to Matt. A couple days after the accident, I started writing. Lately, it's been like, Trip has 2 teeth now, but I know you know this. Because it's hard for me to write and think that Matt isn't seeing this.
The days are long, but the years are fast is something I've really felt. It's already almost been a year without John and Matt, but I like to think of it as, I'm 1 year closer to seeing him again.
Is there anything you didn't say to your husband that you might want to say now?
Thank you for making me a mom. Because for a long time, Matt has wanted kids since I think he graduated college. And I was like, Matt, we're too young. And a lot of people don't know, but in January, we got pregnant and had a miscarriage in February. So then got pregnant again in March with Trip. But never thanked him for making me a mom.
He already knows.
Yes.
And the driver of that car, Sean Higgins, has pled not guilty to the numerous felony charges he faces, and he is awaiting trial. Today, August 13th, would have been Johnny Gaudreau's 32nd birthday. It's so sad. Meredith says that Noah is old enough to know that it's his birthday, and she's insisting they have blue icing on their cake, on their ice cream cake specifically, because that is what Johnny did on his birthday, so that's what they will do. And everything Meredith and Madeline do right now is for their kids and for their husbands, especially this foundation, which will be just part of the legacy of these two people, special people gone too soon.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We're all feeling your emotion and sharing your emotion. I know that had to be very,
Powerful conversation.
Yeah, very powerful.
Yeah, and the way they're turning that pain into purpose, as you always say, and carrying on the legacy. Thank you, Will, for bringing us that.
It's been what I've been living for my entire life.
At least since age 3, when Taylor performed Lion King songs to anyone who would listen.
Wow, loving the archives this morning. Taylor performing from the very beginning, and now she's on to her next era. And this morning we have an exclusive first look at her appearance on the Kelce Brothers podcast ahead of her new album. Lara has the latest. I feel like we were Swifties before there were Swifties on TNA, right?
She's been with us a long time, and you said she's very loyal. Yeah. She remembers. So good morning, everybody. The Swifties this morning are hard at work unlocking the secrets of the new album, The Life of a Showgirl. And tonight, Taylor is expected to reveal more details herself as she sits down with her boyfriend Travis and his brother Jason for an interview that is sure to bring her fans to new heights.
14 Grammy Awards! This morning, GMA getting an exclusive first look at Taylor Swift's highly anticipated appearance on the New Heights podcast.
Our guest today is a singer, songwriter, and producer and director from Nashville, Tennessee. She is from Reading, Pennsylvania.
Swift appearing with her boyfriend, Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce, and his brother, former Eagles center Jason Kelce.
Tay, welcome to New Heights.
Thank you. Thanks for having me on my favorite podcast. As we all know, you guys have a lot of male sports fans that listen to your podcast. Mm-hmm. And I think we all know that if there's one thing that male sports fans want to see in their spaces and on their screens, it's more of me.
Swift expected to unlock brand new details about her new album on tonight's episode.
This is my brand new album, The Life of a Showgirl.
TS12!
Yeah. And as she gets ready to drop new music, Travis dropping new details about their relationship in a cover story for GQ. In it, he says how much he admires the work that Swift puts into her performances.
Mama is the guy on the
Kelce saying she may not think of herself as an athlete. She will never tell anyone that she is an athlete, but I've seen what she goes through. I've seen the amount of work that she puts on her body, and it's mind-blowing.
Right over the middle, wide open for the first completion at Kelce.
Kelce also talks candidly about his NFL career, reflecting on last year's Super Bowl loss, saying, my work ethic is such that I have so much pride in how I do things that I never want the product to tail off. And I feel like these past 2 years haven't been to my standard.
What I learned is that he is a person that's very born of humility. I think that speaks to his Midwestern roots, speaking to his parents. You see where that comes from. His work ethic is something that I really appreciated. There's also a real depth to him and a real intelligence to him and a very sort of emotional maturity to him that I was surprised by.
Kelce also revealing new details about how he and Taylor fell for each other, calling it organic and saying, when there is not a camera on us, we're just two people that are in love.
pictures there, Travis. He also revealed that Taylor's become quite a football fan. He says that she knows the injury reports, the details of those. She understands what a special situation is, like third and short. I don't know what that means, but she does. All of these things because she just naturally loves to hear about his job. And that's what it sounds like the secret sauce is in this relationship. They genuinely respect each other and support each other.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
I'm excited to hear the album. I'm so excited to see the podcast.
Yeah. Now with our play of the day and a perfect way to stay fit while beating the summer heat. Bring us that, Lara.
Yeah, this is actually a really good idea. It's a mallathon, everybody, a festival of running races in 9 malls across the city of Dubai during the month of August. Listen, you got to do what you got to do. If you want to run in Dubai in the summer where temperatures range between about 104 to 114, would you say, Ginge?
Yeah, that's
right.
good.
Then air-conditioned malls seem like a perfect place to get in some cardio. And there you see it. These free fitness events take place every day of the month of August between 7 and 10 before the stores open. Weekdays, it's walk at your own pace. Weekends, it's serious business. 10K, 5K, and 2.5K runs with prizes, medals, and some pretty eye candy to look at along the way. You get to shop, you get to work out. It's a win-win.
I've been to that mall. It's a big mall.
Yeah, right?
It really is. Maybe one lap you ran 10K. I don't know if that big. Feels like it's that big.
This is my sister-in-law in Arizona, does a lot of the mall time, and she's getting a group together. This is what we got to do when it's that hot.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I've heard of going to the mall when it's cold. I used to see people do that, but I never thought about just the opposite when it's hot.
And in your running gear.
I'm sure the stores are happy.
Perfect. All right, you guys. Coming up, Regina King is here to tell us about her new movie and much, much more. Come on back. Good morning, America. It's 8 a.m. Urgent rip current warnings. This heart-pounding jet ski rescue saving 5 people off the coast of New Jersey. One 31-year-old father did not survive. This morning, the East Coast beaches on high alert.
The new study on knee pain. Dr. Tara Narula tells us about the small adjustments you can make to get relief without surgery.
And it's a sweet morning in Minnesota with one bakery serving up treats and teaching teens from building a business to baking for the community. And they're gearing up for the surprise of a lifetime, as they say.
Good morning,
Live from ABC News headquarters in New York City, it's Wednesday. Good morning, America.
We do say good morning, America. Rebecca's in her beloved hometown of Minneapolis to introduce us to those special teens. And Tori Johnson is going to introduce us to some boss ladies. There they are, women-owned businesses. Terrific products from beauty to organizing to cake. All at least 50% off.
Half off, we'll take it. More on that ahead. And it's day 2 of our series on how to be CEO of your own health. This morning is all about advocating for yourself. Dr. Narula has a checklist to bring with you to appointments, how to speak up for yourself if something feels off, and become empowered to take care of your well-being.
But first, a look at the top stories breaking at 8, starting with the weather threats right now. Ginger's tracking the dangerous heat for millions, and Tropical Storm Aaron threatening to become the first major hurricane of the season. Good morning again,
Hey,
Ginger.
good morning, Michael. Aaron should become a hurricane by Friday. As it passes north of the Caribbean, we're going to see this become a major hurricane by Sunday. So you could see impacts on high surf and rip currents for places like Puerto Rico, but right now the path takes it and hugs along this Bermuda High, stays off the East Coast, but you can have a storm hundreds of miles off the East Coast and still have rip currents. So if you have plans at the beach next week, please watch this one really carefully. We're watching it, of course, as well. We've got a lot of alerts in different pockets across the map, from Reno to Las Vegas and Phoenix, over to Shreveport, Louisiana, Savannah, and up to Maine. And so we've had a lot of heat, and that will get broken apart in the Northeast by storms. That's going to come later this afternoon, I'd say after 3. Be prepared. 4, 5, it starts to become a bit more strong. And look we stopped the clock, Robin, at 7 p.m. Thunderstorms right here in New York City.
Got to keep an eye out on that. And Ginger, as you know, we're also tracking the urgent rip current warning. Ginger has been talking about that for days now. Ike Ajachi is at Rockaway Beach here in New York. And Ike, these conditions, they can be very serious, very dangerous. Good morning.
That's right. Good morning, Robin. And down the shore at Manhattan Beach on Monday, a rip current claimed the life of a 77-year-old grandmother. All this as a 31-year-old father lost his life after being caught in a riptide in New Jersey. This morning, drone video capturing the heart-pounding moments when 5 people were pulled ashore after being caught in a rip current. A 16-year-old was seriously hurt. His 31-year-old father did not survive.
They got him out pretty quick, but you know what? It doesn't take much for the salt water. Once it gets in your lungs, it's tough.
It happened in Seaside Heights, New Jersey, just after 7 p.m. Monday, 2 hours after lifeguards ended their shift.
The ocean's a dangerous playground. It could take you in a second.
Eyewitnesses calling for help. Rescuers descending along the iconic boardwalk. Eileen Russo saw it all happen.
Even if you knew how to swim, the water was just too rough for you to handle.
Local officials saying the swimmers, all from the same group, didn't speak English. Now they plan to add more warning signs in other languages. Now, after a heartbreaking week on our beaches, officials are begging swimmers to not go in the water when lifeguards aren't present. They are adding warning signs and warning labels all up along this beach, hopefully to prevent another rip current tragedy from happening again. Whit?
An important reminder. Ike Ajachi, thank you. Turning now to turbulent times for a budget traveler. Just months after emerging from bankruptcy, Spirit Airlines is warning it might not be able to survive. Our transportation correspondent Gio Benitez is here with more. Gio, break it down for us. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. Yeah, so this all came from an SEC filing, and it caused a slew of headlines. In fact, the Spirit stock took a significant hit yesterday while other airlines just soared. Okay, so here's what the report said. Spirit Aviation Holdings, that's the parent company for Spirit Airlines, said it has, quote, substantial doubt about its ability to continue or sustain operations. But here's the thing, it came just months after emerging from Chapter 11 bankruptcy. So here's what the quarterly report says, that this is all because of weak demand for domestic leisure travel and what the company calls a challenging pricing environment. But overnight, the CEO of Spirit Airlines told employees that that phrase, substantial doubt about the company's future, is a phrase required by our outside auditors to convey that there is risk if we do not make changes, but we are, he says. Now, at the end of the day, right now, if you have a Spirit ticket, nothing to do just yet. There's no imminent threat of a shutdown. Take your flight, but just pay attention to the news. Michael.
Definitely pay attention to that, Gio. Thank you. Coming up in our GMA Morning Menu, great news if you suffer from knee pain. We're going to tell you how you can seek relief without surgery.
Also had the boss ladies are here. Look at them. Tori Johnson is with them. The ladies that rule these women-owned businesses. Prices starting under $10.
Plus, Rebecca is in Minneapolis this morning with a group of teenage bakers and entrepreneurs serving their community in more ways than one. And Lara's here with a special guest. Hey, Lara.
I am. I'm checking to see if she's ready. Miss Regina. Hello. Hi, there she is. Come on out.
Oh, come
Regina
out,
King,
come out.
everybody. Yeah, why not? The lighting is beautiful, and so
yes,
are you.
We want that Liz Taylor light.
That's right.
That's what I call it.
We're going to talk about your new crime thriller. We're going to bring some 90s nostalgia.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk all the things.
All the things.
Coming up on Good Morning America. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready. You ready?
Yeah, come on.
All right.
Let's go.
Bruce Willis, America's favorite action hero. That irrepressible smile, taking down the bad guys, or bursting into song.
Yeah, my girl, my girl.
But now, gripped by a heartbreaking disease.
When you try your best, but you
Tuesday, August 26th on ABC. For the first time.
When you get what you want, but not what you need.
His wife, Emma Hemming Willis, she shares the searing truth of a disease catching families unaware. A wake-up call about an illness most of us did not know existed, and a crisis for caregivers across the country.
To Bruce. I can't even say it without getting emotional, but here I go.
The Diane Sawyer interview. Emotional, deeply personal.
Were there days that it would be Bruce again?
Like so many other caregivers, facing a world filled with challenges they were not prepared for.
I was so panicked, and I just remember hearing it and just not hearing anything else. It was like I was free falling.
A shy woman reaching out to make sure others know they are not alone. The loving and powerful event special.
Can you finish the sentence? Love is grabbing a tissue. Love is beautiful. It's grand. It's unconditional. I'm so lucky to feel the love.
Tuesday night, August 26th on ABC. And stream on Hulu and Disney+.
What a love story.
Yeah.
Bruce Willis has been such a vibrant presence for his entire career that hearing about the impact of his illness, it stunned so many of us. And his wife Emma sitting down with our Diane Sawyer to talk about her new book, her deeply personal story about life with Bruce, the devastating diagnosis that so many families are challenged with. Emma and Bruce Willis, The Unexpected Journey, a Diane Sawyer special on Tuesday, August 26th on ABC, then streaming on Disney Plus and Hulu.
Powerful.
They're very powerful. Michael?
All right, thank you, Robin. Now to our GMA cover story. A new study pointing to a non-surgical alternative to reducing osteoarthritis knee pain. Chief Medical Correspondent Dr. Tara Narula joined us with the details. Good morning to you, Dr. Narula, and tell us about this study and what they found.
Well, a lot of Americans suffer with knee osteoarthritis. And so this study was a small study. It looked at about 68 patients with mild to moderate osteoarthritis of the knee. The researchers divided them into two groups. One group got a placebo treatment. The other group went for 6 weeks, once a week, to a lab where they taught them essentially how to re-walk. They angled their foot or their toe 5 to 10 degrees outward or 5 to 10 degrees inward. After 1 year, the researchers evaluated them, and they found that those who got that walking therapy actually reported a reduction in pain on par with the same amount of reduction you would see with over-the-counter medications. They also, interestingly, Michael, did MRIs and saw a decrease in the amount of cartilage degeneration, so less destruction or degeneration of the knee. Now, this, again, was a small study, definitely needs to be replicated, but it points to this concept of a personalized approach, of an approach that doesn't involve medication, that could either be done in a lab or actually they've developed sensor-embedded shoes that can give you biofeedback. So this is something we may have to look forward to in the future for more people.
Well, I know somebody's paying close attention is Whit Johnson because he's always talking about his knees popping and locking around here. So what can someone do who's living with chronic knee pain?
Yeah, well, first of all, you want to get a diagnosis, right? So you would want to see an orthopedic doctor who could really tell you, is this osteoarthritis? Is this some other form of inflammatory arthritis like rheumatoid arthritis or even Lyme disease? And then they would evaluate you to see, is this something that should be treated with medication? 10 to 35% of people take either non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs or Tylenol, or surgery, or physical therapy. PT or physical therapy can be a really great way to treat knee pain. In fact, there was a recent study in June that was published, over 139 studies they reviewed. They looked at 12 different types of physical therapies, and they found that actually knee braces, exercise, aerobic exercise, or mind-body behavioral exercise like yoga or Tai Chi, and hydrotherapy or water therapy were effective for reducing knee pain, as was laser treatments. What was not effective, Michael, in that study was ultrasound. But really, over 10% of individuals over the age of 60 have knee osteoarthritis, more common with age, genetics, and also with being overweight or obese, you may see a knee pain, osteoarthritis. But this is exciting because it is a non-drug type of therapy.
Exactly.
The gait retraining or walking retraining.
Yeah, something you can do without taking anything to do it, except for a little effort on your part.
That's right. So hopefully Whit was paying attention.
Pay attention, Whit. All right. Doc, thank you. Thank you. Time for pop news. Whit, you got that?
We're all taking notes.
Oh, I did it. All right, good. Thank you, doctor.
Oh, thanks, doctor. All right, how about some pop news, guys? Lots going on. We're going to begin with our favorite murders. They're not a murdering trio. They're a murder-solving trio. Back at the Arconia, ready to solve yet another murder in the building. Here is your first look at season 5 of Only Murders in the Building.
Lester had a run-in with the mobster the night he died.
I found a finger.
Nobody accidentally slices off their finger.
This is a message.
It's like the horse head in The Godfather.
I know that one. They came to you on the night of my wedding.
Yeah, I made him an offer he couldn't decline.
Okay.
Oh, I love this show so much. And this season on Only Murders in the Building, Mabel, Oliver, and Charles are investigating the mysterious death of Arconia's beloved doorman, Lester. If you don't know who I'm talking about, you need to catch up. It is such a brilliant show, and that trailer gives us a little sneak peek at the star-studded cast that includes Téa Leoni, Logan Lerman, Christopher Waltz, so amazing he is, Diane Wiest, Renee Zellweger, and yes, Meryl Streep is coming back. Hulu will first debut the 3 first episodes on September 9th, and then they'll drop a new episode every week after that. And ahead of the premiere, guys, the cast is coming to GMA.
Yes,
to tell us
of
all
course.
about it. That'll happen in just a few weeks.
Oh my gosh, they're always fun when they're here.
Martin and Steve, I buckle up.
Yeah.
Buckle up. Also in the news this morning, just days after the Jonas Brothers reunited with their Camp Rock co-star Demi Lovato on stage at MetLife Stadium, nearly breaking the internet in the process. Well, they're setting the web on fire again. This time, Joe Jonas trying to survive the wings on Yep, Robin, the latest episode of Hot Ones Versus. Check out his episode.
Read your last Notes app entry out loud.
Uh-oh. Read Camp Rock 3. Okay.
Pretty good.
That's a pretty good one. It's the truth. It's literally right here.
Sorry, Disney.
I mean, is the cat out of the bag? No word yet on whether or not it's actually happening, but fans are loving just the idea of it. In the meantime, the Jonas Brothers are taking their Greetings from Your Hometown tour to Camden, New Jersey tomorrow night, and you can watch their full episode on First We Feast's YouTube channel right now. It's really good. It's just funny, and who knows, we may get a lot of Jonas Brothers coming up. Very exciting. Yeah. And then I want to finish everybody with this. Another happy ending for a shelter pet thanks to this guy. Go wide, everybody. Or look at that picture of the handsome fella right there.
Who is that guy?
That's Whit Johnson. Aww. In addition to all Whit does here at ABC, Whit is a foster dad to dogs in need, and he has just found a home for his 26th
Way to
foster
go, way to
pup.
go, Whit.
Her name is Daphne.
Daphne.
Oh, she is precious, and she now has a forever home with one of our GMA family members, Katie Boslin. She drove from Washington with her family to pick up little Daphne, and Whit, who's next?
There's an amazing story here. That was going to be our play of the day. Katie was producing. She said, wait a minute, hold on a second. Is the dog still available? And I said, yes. And like during the show on a weekend, she adopted the dog.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for all you do.
Yeah.
Let us know about the next one, and we'll be sure to share it.
And there will be a next one.
Yeah, you got it. 27.
Boy, Tori's already given me instructions for down the line. We got more of our Deals and Steals Summer Festival and a special treat this morning. Tori is featuring women-owned small businesses. And Tori, you have some boss ladies here with us this morning.
We do. So many of my favorite boss ladies. Agatha's family has this unbelievable magical farm in Sicily where all of the olives that are used as the core ingredient in every product come from. Transformative skincare.
Yes, it will transform your skin. This product right here has every single part of the olive tree in it, and it delivers professional facial results within minutes. It's incredible. And then
this face is proof of that. This face, she said to me, I haven't had a professional facial in years. I just use this.
Yeah,
I'm like, this is coming with me.
2 times a week. Yeah,
Gorgeous,
exactly.
gorgeous.
It works. It's magic.
What's this?
This is our hero product. It's a liquid gold in a bottle. And I'm so honored to say that Women's Wear Daily named it one of the 100 greatest skincare products ever made.
Congrats.
Clinically proven to plump and hydrate your skin, and it smells like heaven. It's so good.
It's such a good one. The whole line is though fabulous, and you've hooked us up because everything today, slash and half, starts at $15.
Agatha,
it's
thank you.
phenomenal.
Did really well.
Thank
I know
you.
you were rehearsing perfect.
She did perfectly.
Okay,
Courtney,
Cosmetics. Hi, Courtney.
mom, content creator, and also co-founder of one of our favorite lines because of the multitaskers.
Okay.
Yes, so we have sold over 1 million of these little duos right here. They're powerful, and here's why. One side's bronzer, the other side is blush. They just make your skin look glowy and youthful,
Yes,
sculpted.
I can see yours.
Thank you.
And Lara's over there ordering right now. She is on her phone ordering these products right now.
I recommended shades already, and you do not need a masterclass to do this. Anyone can do it. It is that simple. I'm wearing everything right now.
Oh my gosh, absolutely gorgeous. I mean, when you see the skin.
The skin here is phenomenal. These girls are the real deal.
Wow.
Everything slash and half starts at just $12.
Hey, Court, thank
phenomenal.
you very much. Look who's back.
Look who's back.
Look who's back.
It's tab time here. 10 million followers on Instagram and TikTok. All of them are obsessed with Donna's recipe.
I mean, wouldn't you be?
Okay. I am. Smell this. Please smell this.
So we are a healthy hair care line, but we are an experience. We make desserts for your hair, girl. It's like a sweet potato pie. You smell it, right?
I smell it.
With vanilla cream. And sometimes when you think about a dessert, you're like, not too much because I don't want to gain weight. But we like for our hair to gain weight.
Yes.
We want it to be bigger and thicker and fuller and all the things, but curls and all, you know?
Well, I do know what you mean.
I mean, this is phenomenal. You brought us the whole line, all of the best sellers, everything slash slash and half starts at $5.50. There's a reason you've got those 10 million followers.
Thank you.
All right.
Didn't I see this on
Shark Tank. Yes, you did. But now you're going to get to see and experience it in person because a Mama 5 needs a variety of ways to surprise everybody uniquely every time.
Okay.
Should we let Robin do the...
Absolutely.
Yep.
Give it a whirl.
Give that a whirl.
Okay, I do like my
Just
hand.
pull it.
Oh, it's a party!
You got the surprise cake. So that's the kind that you can buy ready-made and ship to somebody, or you can add your own cake. And look at that. This one comes with the big surprise. So you could put, your first idea was, how do I hide an iPhone in a cake?
And you can call the cake and let it ring.
So iPhone, you could put cash. You name it, you got it.
Anniversaries, the
opportunities are endless. And what I love about this is you can buy the ready-made cakes, which happen to be delicious, and there's a big variety of them. Or you can use your own cake and buy their cake stand or their cupcake stand so that you can keep reusing it like you did if you got a lot of kids, a lot of celebrations. And today when you order, you can choose up to a year when you send it. So we're going to choose your delivery date. Phenomenal. All slash and half starts at $30.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, amazing. Okay, so you got to be able to save from the sentimental to the essential in the right way.
Yes, we all have important documents we need to save, Social Security cards, birth certificates, marriage licenses, and we need one secure place to know that we can access them so that when our families need them, whether it's an emergency or you're just unavailable, the labeling system from Saver guides you in what to save and where to find it.
Most people think they don't have important documents. You do. You do have important documents, and you don't want people scrambling. So you've created all of these systems so we don't have to scramble, and you're letting us have it at 50% off.
50% off, but I love the labels here because sometimes we forget the things that we need to save.
Exactly, it guides you, and then you also know where to find it, whether it's important memories or important documents.
I like it, lease and contracts. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Fabulous. All right, Jory. So Jory's mom created the Derma Flash, and which is like a beloved GMA favorite around here, and you had the training.
I do, yeah. So this is an at-home dermaplaning device that removes the top layer of dull, dead skin and peach fuzz from your face, instantly revealing smooth, glowing, gorgeous skin.
Like yours.
Thank you. It's super easy to use. It's made for all women, all ages, all skin tones, all skin types. My grandma's 95 years old. She uses it and she gets amazing results. So yeah, it's really the perfect first step before anything that you're gonna put
And I think that's the number one thing people ask us, like, is it easy to use and can I do it? And when you told me my grandma uses it,
95.
like we and our viewers love this too. And you guys always hook us up, 50% off plus free shipping on Derma Flash.
Thank you all. Thank you all. Did a great job, everybody. And we thank all of these incredible women in business. We've partnered with these companies on these fantastic products. You can get them at gmadeals.com. That QR code on the screen takes you right there. Ooh, we got another boss woman coming up. Regina King is going to join us live here in the studio when we come back. Congratulations, one and all. Appreciate you.
Welcome back to GMA, live from New York City.
Welcome back to GMA, and we're excited because one of our favorite guests is here, Oscar and Emmy Award-winning actress Regina King. Give it up for Regina. Yes. And Regina's starring in the new comedy Caught Stealing, which we don't have anything here to steal, Regina, but we're happy you're here. We always love when you're here.
Oh, I love being here, and it's great to meet you.
Welcome. You are one of our favorites, and I know this is your first time in our new home.
In your new dig.
But did you know that you have actually been here with us since day one?
So I've heard.
Do we have a picture of the picture?
It's upstairs.
There it is.
Yes.
It is big.
It's huge.
How big that is. This photograph. Robin loved that photo, and that adorns our wall up in the office.
I know, that makes me feel like part of the family.
You are part of the family. And it's in a well spot because it's toward the break room, so everybody sees it.
Everybody sees it. We always make the break room.
That's it. You know, right here. Caught stealing. Caught stealing. Oh, my goodness. Okay. A cat sitter, all right, who kind of gets a little criminally whatever. You play a detective, and being the actor that you are, you did your homework, and you spent time with a former NYPD detective?
Officer, detective, yes. And this is the super cool part about it. Her name is Jackie Brown.
Oh, yeah.
She's the OG
Yes,
Jackie
yes,
Brown.
yes, right,
There was
right.
a real Jackie Brown before that film. And I just got the opportunity to she's such a lively woman, you know, and giving me the stories that she had experienced in the 90s through her lens. It just gave me an opportunity to actually root the character in something that felt real, you know what I mean?
And let's take a look at your lively performance.
Ooh.
I don't know those guys.
These guys right here, they're scary monsters. Whatever you're doing with them, you should tell me about it before they decide you look better with your eyes cut out.
I'm not doing anything with them. Okay? Are you messing with me?
Kind of. Never know what'll pop loose.
Oh, that little twist. Didn't see that
I see that
coming.
New York accent. You
I
turned it
know,
on there,
You know,
huh?
I'm like nervous for all my New York friends. Like, all right, girl.
Yeah.
But you know, it's the New York is a character in this film, and because of that, you know, Darren Aronofsky, in case anyone didn't know, directed it, who is amazing, and he was like, "Do you want to play with the dialect?" And I was like, sure, because I think that's code for telling me you want me to have one. And so you know, as an actors, that's what we do. We dive in, and with the fear, still go into it, embracing what's going to come out.
And you brought it up earlier. You said it takes place in the 90s.
Yeah.
You have so many incredible roles from that decade. Which one do you hear about the most from your fans?
Wow, it's got to be, if we're just talking about 90s, it would be a toss-up between Jerry Maguire, Boys in the Hood, and Friday.
Oh,
That was
that's
my
a good
guess.
mashup. That's a good mashup. I know.
1, 2, 3 punch.
Yeah. Show me the money. Show me the money.
So we talked about, I mean, you do it all. The acting, the producing, the directing. You're also a business owner, and you're a winemaker now. And this is very special to you. I know we had a wine taster here. You had a taste tester to join. Talk to us about that project.
The wine is called Me and You, and it is celebrating and honoring all of the wonderful things about my son Ian. And he introduced me to orange wine, and the actual orange wine, for those people who've never had it before, it's kind of that sweet spot somewhere between white and red, bigger than white. But because it's an organic wine, it just has all of these surprising things and notes that happen. And it's very similar to who Ian is,
I know you're
the
gonna
spirit
say that.
of Ian. And I got the opportunity to have a Me and You moment with my dear friend.
And two others.
Robin.
There's
And
three
two
of
others,
us,
yeah.
right.
One of Ian's brothers in love, I would say, because they've known each other ever since, Antonello Gonzalez, and then another amazing artist, a painter, and she also draws, and Elizabeth Columba. And so just celebrating arts and the moments that we take when we sit down and have in real time, you know, not here time. How you doing?
Right,
It's
right.
Here.
Yeah, I know. And you can cook, because she cooked for me. I didn't know
got
that.
to cook for Robin,
the
yeah.
little secrets that we learn about each other. But the bottle.
Look at Michael over there looking like
First of all, I'm looking on, when you cook for you, what did you cook? Oh, like, what did you make?
I made, I guess you would call it like a salmon bowl with like, you describe it.
And we had the perfect wine to complement it.
Yes, right? We
And I have to
did.
admit, when I never heard of orange wine, I'm like, oh, I love Regina, but I don't know about this. So I can't fake it. It is delicious, but it's the story behind it. It's the story behind it, and you know how many people have just been there for you.
Oh my gosh, and I feel the love, and you know, as I'm starting to make my way back into the space, I've had just people holding me up along the way. I have a wonderful support team, and you know, I'm figuring it out.
Yeah,
one day at a time.
Now, where can folks get Me and You?
It's direct to consumer, so you can go to the website, meandyouwines.com, and you can bring some home to yourself and your family and those that you appreciate.
Yeah.
And it'll also be in some restaurants in Los Angeles and some wine shops in Los Angeles. We have already started placing it in a couple places, and I'm so
What a nice tribute.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
That's really great.
Yeah, what a way to honor Ian.
Yeah, thank you.
And Virginia, we're always happy. Like I said, we love when you're here. We love when you're here. And you're gonna love the movie. Caught Stealing is in theaters on Friday, August 29th. Make sure you check it out.
Now with day 2 of our series, CEO of Your Health, all about how to invest in your own health, the same way a CEO invests in their company. Yesterday was all about preparation. This morning, advocacy. And our chief medical correspondent, Dr. Tara Narula, is back to help you feel empowered once you're in the doctor's office. So yesterday we told you what to do before. Now we're going to tell you when you're in the doctor's office. And there was something that I saw. What was the CDC said that something like 40 million Americans haven't seen a doctor in the last 12 months. The primary care physician, you say that is the quarterback of your care team. Why is that so important?
That's right. Yeah. So, when we think about a CEO, what do? They surround themselves by a good team. And the leader of your healthcare team is your primary care doctor. They are the quarterback. They are the ones that see all of your different problems together as one. They see you as a whole. So they're not just seeing your heart or your gastrointestinal tract. They're seeing everything. They're the ones that know all of your medications and can look to see, are there any interactions between your medications? They're paying attention to that. They're the ones that see a lesion or a mole on your skin and maybe know if it's changing, or they can tell if your mood is down because they've seen you year after year. So they're really, really important. They're also the ones that talk to you about prevention and screening, so mammograms, colonoscopies, pap smears. They're the ones that are going to refer you to specialists, Robin. So if you need a cardiologist or an oncologist, they're the ones that are going to really shuttle you there. It can be really hard to find a good primary care doctor. I get asked a lot. So specialists can be a good source of referral, as can family and friends, your insurance company. And one point you were just talking about earlier is it's nice to have a primary care that has a network of specialists that they are connected to within a health system, because lots of times you will message back and forth. So I will get a message from the primary care doctor saying, I want to do this to your patient, is that okay? Or I will message the primary care. So again, we're all connected. We're seeing the patient as a whole, not fragmented.
And I just told you that I reached out to my primary care physician because one of the specialists within the system has recommended something, and I want to check with her first because I'm not so sure. Advocacy, advocacy. We talk about that over and over again. Come on, give us some doctor's orders and how we're able to do that.
Okay, so first thing is you should read up on whatever your health condition is. You should go on the internet and learn. So a lot of the good sites you can go to, so for example, the American Heart Association, the American Cancer Association, the American Academy of Pediatrics, understand your diagnosis, learn about the symptoms and the treatment. That's going to be empowering. You and I have talked about health tech, so things like the Apple Watch, the Oura Ring. That can also empower you with information about your own health that you can bring into the doctor's office. Trusting your symptoms, Robin, this is a huge one. I hear a lot of women dismiss or downplay their symptoms. They say, my chest pain is just stress. Don't let a doctor let you feel like they're dismissing your symptoms. So I've also seen patients come to me and tell me, my doctor told me that my palpitations were anxiety when in fact they had a real heart rhythm issue. And yesterday we heard Linsey Davis say, don't suffer in silence, right? These are really important. If you have a medical mystery, you're not sure what your diagnosis is, or you have something that's kind of niche or particular, think about going to an academic medical center for your care, where they're really going to see a high volume, they're going to see the strangest of the strange. They are going to be able to, again, to figure out what might be going on and really give you the best treatment. And the last piece of advice is use your voice. Yesterday, one of my patients told me she thinks a lot of patients are timid, and that can be so true, right? So if you, for example, had blood work or labs done and nobody's called you back with your results, call and say, I want to know my results, right? If you're in the emergency room, as I was with a family member, and they were suffering in pain, go out and say, please come and help them. You need to speak up.
How do you go about speaking up for yourself sometimes? Because it's really hard for folks to do that. And sometimes something's not really sitting right with you, what you've been told.
You have to use your voice. And sometimes, Robin, you have to get a second opinion, right? So medicine is gray. A lot of people think it's black and white. You can have the same pathology slides and take it to 3 different doctors and get 3 different diagnoses. You can get 3 different recommendations for treatment plans. Medicine sometimes has a different approach depending on who you see. Really important. If you don't feel like something's sitting right, get another opinion or a third opinion.
I know some people are watching that go, I don't have health insurance, I don't have a doctor, but there are services that people can go to.
There are, and community health centers can be a really good resource for people.
That's right, community health centers. Thanks for that, Dr. Narula. And you can scan the QR code on your screen right now to get Dr. Narula's checklist. You got a doctor right here for being the CEO of your health. Tomorrow, I really love this for our series. We're focusing on execution, how to put your doctor's orders into practice and make your health sustainable long term. I really love this series and what we're doing for folks. Dr. Narula, thank you.
We are here now with a very familiar face. Emmy-nominated actor Harry Hamlin is with us. We love him so very much. When he's not acting on TV or cooking on TV, he's here. Thank you. In the Kitchen with Harry is something you're going to talk about on GMA3. But you became famous for your food on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I saw the drama unfold over your bolognese. Is it good? Is it great? A lot of opinions, but we know the truth. It's fantastic.
Well, it's amazing. You're right. I'm going to go for that. But also, you can make this at home.
Yeah.
There's nothing in this that you can't buy at your local store, and I'm going to teach you how to make it in GMA3.
Thank you. Very
Absolutely.
good teaser,
The smell
boss.
is amazing. You heard it right here. Harry going to show us how to make it on GMA3. The
gravy.
famous sauce. Yes, the gravy.
Yep. And coming up on GMA right now, we have the Minneapolis teens giving back to their community with fresh produce, delicious baked goods, and a lot of love. Stay with us on GMA.
We are back now. We have some delicious looking baked goods right here, thanks to a very special bakery in North Minneapolis. It was founded and is run by teenagers in the community.
So great.
And Rebecca Jarvis there with all of them. Hey, Rebecca, good morning.
Oh, Wick, good morning to you. I had to come home to share this story with you. Here in Minnesota, I'm about a mile away from where I grew up. And here at Green Garden Bakery, I'm here with some of the incredible entrepreneurs who make this place work. Everything from growing the ingredients to baking the goods to building the business to giving back to the community. Take a look.
In the heart of North Minneapolis, a group of teens are baking more than just desserts. Meet Green Garden Bakery, or GGB, a youth-run organization turning vegetables into value and profits into purpose through community give-back initiatives like food pantries, seed grants for youth entrepreneurs, and more.
This is where, behind the scenes of where we work, and this is also our commercial kitchen. As soon as I get off the bus, I come straight here.
16-year-old Sarad Williams is the executive community crew lead who was inspired to join GGB after watching his sisters as founding members in 2014.
I just felt like that was something that was pretty cool to look up to.
Sarad helped GGB expand to its own storefront and is helping teens in other cities start their own nonprofits.
Can I have the lavender ube cheesecake and a large lavender lemonade, please?
We have 4 urban gardens in our neighborhood. We maintain them, we water them, we cut them, then we take them to our bake team, and then they turn them into these beautiful baked goods.
For co-founder Jasmine Salter, who now holds a political science degree, Green Garden Bakery provided a safe space.
I went through a lot of traumatic things in my life. I lost a lot of siblings, a father, and being in the garden kind of gave me the space to find myself, to find peace.
And the seeds of what Jasmine planted continue to grow.
These young folks are really getting exposed to the overall operations of business development, but also running a business through the lens of what could make the community better.
Coming from the community that we're from, it's unlikely to see things like this, so it's amazing. It's beautiful. I'm proud to be a part of a legacy like this.
Best friends! It is amazing. It is truly beautiful. We're here with the broader GGB community in the garden where they grow a lot of the vegetables. It is such an incredible thing. And Nate, you are here. You're holding some of your best sellers. You run the sales crew.
Yes, I do.
Tell me about that.
All right, so some of our best products that we sell right now is our lemon zucchini muffin.
Okay.
It has a lemon glaze on it and is sprinkled with lemon zest. And some of our best sellers at mostly farmers markets and other pop-up sales that we do is our lavender ube cheesecake. It has some lavender sprinkled on it, which is from our gardens, as well as our earrings that are showcased right here.
Those are really cool. I
Yep.
love that you guys test kitchen all of this stuff. You were talking to me about some of the new goodies that are coming out. Sarad, you have been a part of this. You're part of the management team,
Yes.
and this all started because of your sister. You're second generation here. How does it feel to be a part of that legacy?
It actually feels amazing. I still talk to my sister to this day about how I feel like she set that path. Used to wake up every morning around the time that we are right now to go lead farmers markets. I feel pretty good about being the brother.
Bright and early,
Yep.
getting it started. Okay, Raya, you're the CFO, the Chief Financial Officer, which I love. Tell me about your work here.
So we try to make the profit that we make into a third pie chart system, and we donate a third back into the community, a third back into the business, and a third back into our workers, and we try and always give back to our community. So we also do a once a month giveaway, or not giveaway, but like we give to a charity of our choice.
All right, well, guess what? You guys captured the attention of people all over Minnesota, including the company Envoy Medical, which saw what you're doing. They want to give back to the community. They love what you're doing, and they have something here for you. $10,000.
Oh my God!
Whoa! How does it feel? Right.
Like
you're
a
the CFO.
surprise?
What are you going to do with $10,000?
I mean, plan?
All right, guys, back to you. We're going to plant some seeds and grow for the future right here at GGB.
By the way, these
Minnesota.
cookies, phenomenal.
Yes.
Thank you, Rebecca.
I want to thank Rebecca and the team from the Green Garden Bakery in Minneapolis.